Oh, looks like dude. It looks like the next frame he's just gonna literally obliterate anything on the screen.
Yep,
I like that they paused it there.
that was really good. Oh, deodorants.
Why'd I just take the middle ones?
I don't know. Anyway, I am going to actually collect all of my birds before I fight this guy.
I would teleport up there, but then I'd be alone because you're taking your time.
Yeah, I don't want to die, B-Man.
Hey, I have a question. Okay, so you know how there's like different levels of monsters, like Great Jaggy, Blue Drop, Great Blue Drop, etc.
Yes.
Rhinopolis. Would that be the Baroth? Or is there just
No.
Rhinopolis just
Rhinopolis are just their own thing. That's like saying the Aptonoth turned into Azeros.
Well, okay, here's the thing though. Boldrome, they like
Yeah, that's
those
because they're
things.
boars and they're. Alright, we don't talk about Boulderome.
Okay, but like I was just thinking because like Rhinopolis are fighters, so I was wondering like even if they aren't like a
Hey,
predator, like
Magnamellos.
they can still be an actual monster, you know? Like I'm pretty sure I can like think of monsters that aren't meat eaters that are bosses. I just
Diablos.
yeah, he does. He eats cactus. Yeah,
He eats cacti. He's
he
a
demolish other monsters though.
Um.
Oh, I didn't mean to run into you yet. Hi. I just let it know and he's walking. He's glowing.
Okay. I'll
Dang it,
pick up
he's
the.
angry.
I've.
I was just
Okay.
walking.
Yeah. No. I need to max out my. I need to max out my health. I haven't been getting greens.
Oh,
It's okay. I get plus 10 for every green, and I only have
he left me.
6 more to go. Okay, that's fine.
I feel kind of insulted.
Nah.
He like.
No,
saw
just
me
think
and
of
was
him.
like, "Bitch."
Think of him like Gilgamesh. You weren't worth his time.
See, how am I not supposed to be insulted by that? Okay, I'm hitting him.
Your funeral. Just immediately dies.
He's doing things that are new. He blows up every time he moves.
Oh, something tells me that's not right.
That's not usually how it goes.
This isn't basil geese we're talking about here, right?
No, this is Teostra. Or I at least hope so. Ow.
You. Oh, okay. You think or you know?
Debatable. He could be a great Jaggy with like godlike powers, but like he's red.
So then he. But this also is a fireplace, so it might be an Iodrome.
It could be. It could be. He just adapted the blast element instead of poison because it wasn't doing the job he thought it would be. He has a hands-on approach now.
Yeah. He's got to put food on the table for his family.
Oh, I'm getting blown up.
Oh, that did damage.
I hate how the back roll puts me in such a vulnerable situation because sometimes I back roll and I don't even need to.
Hey, Brendan.
Yeah?
Did you take your drugs?
No.
You should probably
How
leave.
did he hit me?
You should probably leave the area and do that.
Sorry, I just got hit with the wackiest hitbox. I'm kind of sad.
He does look glowy. He looks like something out of a Disney film.
You already said Simba.
Yeah, and now he looks even more like a Disney film.
He's the Elsa of the Monster Hunter world.
Never mention that again. Never speak again.
Never speaking. You're only silencing me because you know I'm right.
No, I'm silencing you because I hate that franchise.
Frozen's... it's good, but it's overrated.
Yep. It's like Baby Shark.
Never would I have thought I heard Frozen and Baby Shark compared in my life. And here we are.
The thing is, it's not wrong.
It's not, but like, what?
Bow chicka bow wow. No, I didn't drink a potion.
I like how I just stop, like I'm in like a 40-mile-per-hour slide, and then I stop up dead in the tracks to mine a single rock.
To hit a rock with a pick. You couldn't even hit it on the way down, like all slick, like, no, you had to stop and plant your feet. Why? Stop it!
Oh! Whatever that was, holy crap.
It missed me, whatever it was. Why his mouth is blue?
He's probably wanting to big boom.
Oh yeah, that's probably right. Isn't it on a timer?
Probably.
I thought it was every 100 seconds or every 200 seconds he does it.
I'm dead. No, I'm not. But it kind of hurt.
Hey, can you not be dead? I kind of need you alive. If I am to rule this kingdom, I need you alive.
Thank you.
What's oh, the counter! Get countered, you sloot!
Thank you, Renopolis, your savior.
Oh, okay. Oh, he got stunned.
No, I ran out of freaking boost, but I'm gonna keep hitting. I heard boop, boop, boop. And I just look over to see you furiously poking this guy's tail. I got a dragon treasure. Why do dragons play so much treasure? Oh yeah, what was the thing with dragon and treasure? Like, I know that they hoarded it for a specific reason, but I can't remember the reason right now.
Greed.
That's it?
Deadass.
Why would they need it?
Wealth is a traditionally has been a status of wealth. Yeah, has been a status of power. Sorry, should I say? And to have it, just having it was enough to be yeah.
Nice.
Like if you had a large amount of wealth, your status increased, like automatically. Like there's a bit more to it than that, but that's basically what it is. And so like dragons, mythologically, being seen as basically epitomes of vice and power and evil, that like it's meant to see how it like at least the dragons that do hoard, it's meant to emphasize how greed corrupts. Like with the dragon Fafnir from Norse mythology, he was a dwarf who coveted gold and other shiny things.
He was a very small dragon. Comparative to other dragons.
Compared to other dragons, he is rather small, but that doesn't make him any less powerful.
Yeah.
He was a very powerful dragon.
Yeah, because
I'm pretty sure he got his dragon his power from his cursed treasure, I think.
Nice. I hit him with a dragon
so, yeah.
right before you did that.
I might not be able to get the second one off. Oh! Will I be able to get the third one off? I will!
Here we go.
Thank you.
Dragoon, baby.
Anyway,
And another one.
the dragon Fafnir was a dwarf who coveted gold and hoarded it, and eventually it developed like a curse or something like that. And oh!
That's scary.
Well,
we know we can do that.
and then he hoarded it for a bit, terrorized a few towns to get more wealth, and then he was killed by the hero Siegfried, I believe, or Sigurd.
I remember reading about him in a fantasy book in elementary. I used to be really fascinated about fantasy creatures, so I
Yeah. Tail.
Yes. I remember reading about it. Dude, okay, this was actually my favorite from the book that I read. There was a dragon that was from Chinese descent, and it came down every now and then to like take little offerings and blessings that were given to it, and it was a very like peaceful dragon. But if something
benevolent,
yeah, and then like if anything ever like happened against it, or there were no offering, it basically controlled the weather. So it'd be like, okay, well, you get a flood now, you get a drought now, there's a tornado.
I think I know the one you're talking about, like the big blue dragon, right? Because if it's from the book, I think it is, and it had just a whole bunch of dragons from mythology, right?
Yep.
Like it had Beowulf's dragon,
And
Fafnir.
And it can turn tiny.
It can turn small.
I love that though. Like, you didn't bring me my meats. Get flooded. That hit me, and I'm kind of sad about it.
Well, that tended to be that tended to be how Eastern dragons were. Like they were seen as benevolent creatures, whereas Western dragons are seen as evil creatures.
Honestly, they can be both. Like,
well, yeah. But it's just interesting how it's just fascinating how two entirely separate cultures can have similar creatures but different meanings to them.
I guess it's how people see intense like powers, like a being that's greater than humans.
Yeah.
Like, look at all like Hydras, Medusas, Minotaurs, all evil. Not a single good one.
Well, yeah. But again, those are all Greek things, and each of those have varying layers to why they are evil. Like Medusa's not even some like Medusa's okay. Pardon?
The things that happen to Medusa are best. Oh my god.
Yeah. Like the amount of things that happen to ladies who bone the gods is just various degrees of.
Debatably, Hades was the best.
He is the best, because he's the only god who stays loyal to his wife.
And people make him out to be the bad guy, and he's actually the best of them all.
He's the best of them all.
He's actually a good person, and then he's like, really? He's like, like, how do you make the god of like the dead better than Zeus, who's supposed to be the good one?
Yeah. Well, it's all about how people perceive, like. That hit me.
I didn't get too far yet. Yeah, I don't believe in the Greek gods. I just think it's cool to like kind of like oh, like that's a creature, that's a god. It's like that's cool, but like, you know, I believe in God, I'm Christian, but
yeah,
like
I'm more.
It's
what's the term?
What's the to entertain the idea, to like.
Yeah.
People created
like,
this, like it's neat, like it.
Like I think it's agnostic. I think. Anyway. But the reason why Hades is like
It's because
how
it's the
we
underworld.
tend to view gods versus how the Greeks did. The Greeks' versions of gods are more of they are reflections of what was true rather than being how we view gods as being paragons of things. And which is why Zeus is seen as the head god, is viewed as the best god, which is why we don't like to portray him as a dubious guy and because Hades is the lord of the underworld. In the overall Christian formality, the god of the underworld is Satan, and Satan is innately evil. As so, they just sort of pushed Hades, because you can't have Hades being more morally justifiable than God.
Yeah.
'Cause that would just be all sorts of wrong.
100%.
But realistically, Hades is the best, is the most morally correct guy out of the entire pantheon.
He definitely.
Other than I think maybe no, most of the women gods are pretty
Was Persephone
pretty too.
or like
Was who?
who was Persephone? Who am I thinking?
Persephone.
That's
Persephone is Hades' wife.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I
and-
think she's also good because he's good, so she's good.
Yeah, but pretty much. Well, yeah, sort of. She's not awful. Yeah. I'm trying to think of all the things and anything she's there. Well, there's not really a whole lot of myths about her, so basically the only real one is the one where she gets kidnapped by Hades and becomes his wife, which was arranged by Zeus, because Persephone was the daughter of Zeus and Demeter.
I see.
And get out of
I
there!
dodged it. Let's go.
Yo, if I wasn't already out of the range, I was healing at the time, I would have been dead.
I'm just built different.
Okay. I can't believe you used that stale ass meme.
Damn right I did. How
Anyway.
I view the differences between the gods is like, okay, like our God, like God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, like I think they like really personify what makes a god. Like a god is like a very forgiving, very humble, and like sees things as like very straightforward. And then like with Jesus, he sees this and like he does have humanity in him, but he acts in a godlike way. So like he has forgiveness and he believes that everyone can like be good. Well, and like it's kind of like humans have sin, but like he's like it's in a godlike manner that Jesus acts. While with Greek, they're the personifications of what if gods had human traits.
Innately,
What if
yeah.
humans had power and they could do anything? That's just what they're showing off. Like Zeus literally goes around sleeping with everyone. That's what a human would do.
Because he can, that's the thing.
Yeah, because he has that power, so he does. and that's what I just think about it.
That's not an incorrect way to view of it, I would say. Like I would say I have a few differences in how I view like the Christian pantheon to yours. Like I would say like if we're like I consider the whole picture, including like Old Testament and stuff. And if you look at Old Testament, God is kind of a. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. In Old Testament, he's kind of a bit of an ass. He's spiteful. He's jealous. He only wants you to worship him and doesn't make any room for for anything. And then when Jesus comes along, it's because Jesus is basically a part of God. And Jesus is human. That sort of humanizes God. How I see it, because I see it as it shifts his perspective, gives him a paradigm shift as to why people act the way they do, and in a sense it makes him more human because Jesus is human, and so because Jesus sees this and is like all forgiving, God becomes more forgiving because Jesus acts as God, and because Jesus is so I'm basically repeating myself here, but yeah, that I don't really have a conclusion, but that's how I see it.
I get what you're saying. That's a really interesting take. Yeah, religion is a touchy subject because like everyone.
It is a touchy subject.
Everyone has their like different opinions. I'd like. There's so many like gray areas. Like, well, if someone has a different religion, like you should force them to believe in God. Well, no. Like you shouldn't do that because that's hurting them, and you shouldn't like outwardly try to hurt them.
Yeah, like the Crusades, and like the differences between like.
Okay, that was
like how the Crusades were. Like seriously, it was they were basically all Catholic of different degrees. They just believed in a different dude's interpretation of what the Bible was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And oh, don't even get me started on the Bible. The Bible is such is so contradictory.
It's
to itself.
It's very hard to understand. It's like it's definitely made so you have to put your time into it to understand the gospel.
True. But what are you supposed to but who are you supposed to believe when it's all written by different people and they're all saying like separate things?
Like that's why I say like if someone believes in one thing, like, or that's how they believe in God. That's how they are doing their own religion. Like if they believe in God, they believe in God. It doesn't matter how. Like it's just that they are.
Yeah.
Like everyone does it different ways. Some people study. Sometimes people go to church like every Sunday, and sometimes people just like. I
don't know why I did that. I just threw a bomb at him, and I really don't know why.
He was there, you know? That move is so annoying. It has so much area space.
It does, but it's...
Stop it.
It's not really that big of an issue when one of your main moves is blocking. Ah! When you're
since it's so long lasting.
Nuke!
I dodged it, I'm built different. He's also almost dead, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's been almost dead from the moment we entered the area.
Whenever I get a heal, freaking Snowball starts playing a song, and I get mad every time. Because I'm like, I just wasted my Mega Potion because of you. Oh, that's kind of frightening.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, that had range.
I can't heal you.
No, I'm fine. They're
oh, Matt, I'll deal this.
Oh, hi.
Oh, he's dead!
Catch. Magno, get out of my way.
Where is he? Where'd he die? Oh, there he is.
Oh, Magno's just out. He's like, yeah, thanks.
Okay, thanks, die.
This majestic mane is a sure sign of Teostra's regality. I hate the English language, because like if you see a word Like, okay, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to pronounce it and pronounce it wrong, and then someone's gonna criticize you because you didn't know a word that you've never seen before?
Yeah,
It's
English is a sketchy language.
like, you don't know how to pronounce that, idiot. I'm like, I've never.
Idiot.
Dude, you don't know how to spell this, and I'm like, dude, I've never seen this word written down in my entire life.